Kids will love gobbling up grounders in this game we call Alligator Traps. Line up your team and stand 10 feet away. The first player in line gets into a set stance with knees bent and hips low. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. Roll a ground ball to the first fielder. When the ball arrives, they must properly receive it with both hands, like an alligator eating its dinner, before throwing it back to you.
Good job!
Roll 3 grounders to every player before they move to the back of the line. Ask players to keep track of how many grounders they successfully field each turn, then challenge them to catch even more next time. Remember, the better they can see the ball, the less likely it is to scoot past them. So remind them to keep their eyes on the ball all the way into their glove, just like that.
Everybody in, everybody in! Hey, good job! 1, 2, 3, Mojo!
Players improve their reaction time in this game we call Belly Up. Line up your team and tell everyone to lie down on their bellies. You stand about 20 feet away with the ball. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. Roll the ball towards the first player in line.
Ready, up!
They immediately pop up, charge the ball, field it, and throw it back to you. Work your way down the line and be sure to mix in a few pop-ups, just to keep them on the toes with their cleats.
Up! Oh yeah! Trey, you got it! Oh! And the roll!
Some players may jump the gun and stand before you call up. Not so fast.
No, not yet. I gotta see up, buddy. Here we go. Ready, up!
Remind them to wait for the signal. After all, in the actual game, the first step to fielding the ball is seeing where it's going.
Everybody in! Yay! M-O-J-O! M-O-J-O!
Players learn to read and field grounders in this game we call Lazy Catch. Divide your team into groups of 5. You grab a ball and stand 15 feet away from the first player in line. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, this game is the same. Here's how it looks. All 5 players get down on both knees without resting on their heels. They place the fingertips of their gloves on the ground as you roll a grounder to them one at a time. Once they field it, players must throw the ball back to you, all without standing up or fully sitting down. Work your way down the line, then make your way back, this time rolling backhanded grounders.
You want to see it go into the glove, close, and lift. All right? Here we go. This is what it's called a backhand.
Give players a point every time they cleanly field the ball. Then challenge them to beat their score in the next round. Some players may copy their favorite pros and field grounders with one hand. Remind them that the only way to make it to the show is by using both hands and snapping down on the ball like an alligator for forehanded catches and scooping the ball on plays to their backhand. Like that.
Great job. Mojo!
Dig the ball out of the dirt in this game we call Short Hop Showdown. Divide players into pairs spaced about 10 feet apart and give each pair a ball. Everyone starts on their knees. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. On your call, the player with the ball throws it to their partner on a short hop, bouncing it just a few feet in front of them. The fielder then scoops the ball and returns it to their partner in the same way. Every time a player successfully digs a ball, the pair gets a point. The first pair to 10 wins. Then play again, this time with each pair standing up. Remind fielders to anticipate the play in a low athletic stance. Encourage them to find a balance between being aggressive and meeting the ball with their glove, like this.
Infielders stay on their toes. In this game we call ground ball shuffle.
All right, I need half you guys on this side, the other half on this side. Partner up.
Divide your team into pairs standing about 15 feet apart. Every pair gets a ball. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, this game is the same. Here's how it looks.
All right, here we go. Ready, go, shuffle.
The player with the ball rolls a grounder to one side of their partner, who must get in front of the ball by side shuffling, without crossing their feet. Once they field it, they throw it back to their partner. Swap roles after 5 grounders so everyone gets a chance to field. Challenge players to field as many balls as they can with perfect form. Then see if they could do it even better next time. It's tough to field a grounder while maintaining proper shuffling form. Remind them to make it easier on themselves by getting in a low athletic ready position before the ball arrives. That way, they'll be ready to explode in either direction in the blink of an eye.
1, 2, 3.
Fielders practice catching fly balls at each position in this game we call Pop Quiz. Your team takes the field with players at each position. You stand in front of home with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Set a target number of consecutive pop-ups for the team to catch.
Ready!
Then throw fly balls all around the field at random.
That's 3. We got 2 more.
To win, they must hit the target number of catches without the ball hitting the ground. If anyone drops the ball, they all have to start over at 0.
All right, starting back at 0.
Some players may copy their favorite pros and field pop-ups with one hand. Remind them that the only way to make it to the show is by securing the catch with both hands, like this. And tell them to make their voices heard.
Be ready. Call the ball. Ball, 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 ball. If it's coming your way.
Even when there is no doubt about where the ball is heading, it's important to develop good communication to avoid any errors in the actual game.
Jog it in right here. 1, 2, 3, Mojo!
Players alternate catching barehanded grounders and pop-ups in this game we call Grab Bag. Place 2 cones 10 feet apart in the outfield. Then divide the team in half and line up each group behind a cone. You stand about 15 feet in front of and between the 2 cones with a bucket of practice balls. If you have help, you can send one coach to each line with their own bucket. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same.
All right, here we go.
The first players in each line step up and get into ready position.
Ready!
You ready?
Go!
Let's do this.
You start sending grounders to one and pop-ups to the other. The players field each throw using the correct technique. They then throw the ball back to you and move to the end of the other line.
All right, we're going to switch it up. We're going to either a ground ball or a fly ball.
In the second round, throw a mix of pop-ups and grounders to each line so the players stay on their toes.
Always stay in your ready position because you never know if it's a pop-up grounder. Always strong, ready, right here.
Give players a point every time they cleanly field the ball. Then challenge them to beat their score in the next round. Because the balls are made of foam, players will be tempted to catch them with one hand. Reinforce that they should always use both hands while fielding grounders and fly balls. In the actual game, that's the best way to stay on the field and off the blooper reel.
1, 2, 3, Mojo!
There's no telling where fly balls might land in this game we call the box. Use 4 cones to create a large rectangle and place a 5th one in the middle. You stand at the edge of the space with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, this game is the same. Here's how it looks. The first player in line starts at the center cone facing you. Throw a shallow pop-up to one of the 4 corners. The fielder runs to catch it, using the proper footwork and tracking angle. Once they field it, players must throw the ball back to you and track down your next pop-up. Each fielder gets 3 tries before the next player is up. Give players a point for every ball they catch. Then, challenge them to beat their score in the next round. Tracking down fly balls is one of the keys to success in the outfield. Players should be ready to explode in any direction once the ball comes off the bat. Remind fielders to turn their belt buckle towards the ball and run to where they expect it to land.
There you go, great job.
Fielders learn to erase runners from the bases in this game we call Force Out, Tag Out. Divide the group into pairs of 1 runner and 1 fielder with a glove and a ball. Spread the pairs out across the base pads, standing about 10 feet apart. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, this game looks exactly the same.
All right, here we go.
Once they're set, call out one of 2 commands.
Working on tag out. Ready, go.
On tag out, The player with the ball must try to tag their partner.
Ready to go. Tag them out. Tag.
On force out, the fielder must run to a bag and tag it with their foot before the runner gets there.
Working on force out. Go to your base. Go to the base. Tag the base. Tag the base.
Players get a point each time they tag a base or another player, so ask them to keep track of their score. After about 60 seconds, call stop and have the runners and fielders switch positions.
Come on back, jog it back.
This is a potentially confusing concept, and younger players may struggle to understand the difference between the two types of outs. Think of it this way. On the playground, tag means you're it. On the diamond, tag means you're out.
Let's go, Mojo!
A pitcher's job isn't over once they throw the ball. They also need to play the field. This is pitcher's fielding practice. Line up your pitchers by the mound and set up at home with a bucket of balls and a fungo bat. To start, send one fielder to play first base.
All right, here we go.
The pitcher simulates a windup and pitch, finishing in proper fielding position, feet and shoulders square to the plate and knees bent in an athletic stance. Once they're set, you hit a ground ball to first, and the pitcher must cover the base using proper technique. They run to a point on the first base line about 10 feet from the bag. From there, they turn and look for the ball, keeping their glove at chest height. After catching the feed, they should make sure to touch the bag with their right foot. After every pitcher has had a chance, play another round. But this time, hit the ball right back to the pitcher, who must set their feet, field the ball, and make a strong throw to first. Finally, send another player out into the field to play shortstop. Hit grounders right back to the pitcher so they can practice turning the double play. Pitcher to short to first. Give the pitchers a point every time they field the ball cleanly. Whoever has the highest score after all 3 rounds is the winner. Pitchers love pitching, but that's only part of their job. It's essential they know how to field different plays depending on the in-game situation. Some PFP will help them become more versatile players.
There we go. Nice, nice, nice.